Hello, I'm 25M and my girlfriend is 23F. We've been together for over a year and we generally have a great relationship. She's funny and kind. However, yesterday when I got home, there was a golden retriever in our house. When I asked my girlfriend whose dog it was, she smiled and said, "Ours." I wasn't sure if she was joking or being serious, so I kept asking whose dog it was. She kept smiling and saying, "Ours," and then proceeded to say the dog's name. I don't really remember what she said her name was since a lot was going through my mind. She even told the dog to say, "Hi, Dad." I told her that she couldn't be serious right now, and she replied, "Why?" with a big smile. I didn't say anything else and just left the house and went to a hotel. At the beginning of our relationship, I had told her that I don't like dogs and can't be in the same room with one. Even when I see one in public, I put a good distance between me and the person walking the dog. I told her if she ever wanted a pet, she would have to get a cat or something else that is not a dog. While at the hotel, my girlfriend called me a couple times, but I didn't answer. Then she texted me, saying that I was overreacting and that my fear of dogs is ridiculous. She said I should at least give it a try and live with a dog for a while, and that she and the dog would help me overcome my fear. But I never asked to overcome it, and honestly, it never bothered me as long as there were no dogs in my house. I never got bothered by one in public, because I always put a good distance between me and dogs. I have never even petted a dog before, and never will. I ignored her messages and just went to sleep, as I wanted to decide what to do when my head was clearer. I don't want to be the guy who says it's either me or the dog. She clearly likes dogs, and I don't. So I was thinking of just breaking up with her, even though she has been amazing throughout the year.
For refusing to do the morally correct thing. Death brings out the absolute worst in people. My father passed away without a will, bank assets had POD to me, everything else goes through probate. I am an only child. My parents were married before I was born, separated when I was young, and divorced when I was in my 30s. After his death, two of his siblings and their family claimed I wasn't his biological child and they were entitled to his estate. They asked me to do the morally correct thing and gift it to them. Probate was contested and ruled in my favor, but they are still upset, claiming they will file civil lawsuits until the truth is revealed. AITA for refusing to give them anything and not entertaining any conversations related to this. My father was involved in my life. There is no doubt in my mind that I am his child. Update. My father passed away in 2023. 2 years of probate court was resolved in my favor. However, family is still harassing me and threatening civil court as recent as 1 week ago. I have them blocked, but they are able to leave messages. I don't listen anymore. I let a trusted friend listen, and I keep them in the event I have to hire another lawyer. In their minds, they still believe my inheritance is theirs and will lawyer shop until they get one to agree. AETA for not going to save her? I made plans with a girl I've been talking to for about 5 months now, but I woke up feeling sick today, so I cancelled on her. I slept the entire day, and when I woke up, she was at a park. She walked 30 minutes to and invited me. I told her I probably wouldn't leave the house today, but I'll be out and about the next 2 days if she wanted to go to the park. She then said, "I'm waiting for these guys to leave so I can leave, because there's a lot of men here right now that got here after me," which I immediately felt like she only told me that, so I would come and make sure she got home safe. But I still didn't go. Then she tells me that it started raining and her phone is on 2% battery and she has to walk 30 minutes and has to use her maps because she doesn't know her way home. At this point, yes, I feel bad, but I still feel like she's telling me all this, so I'll give in and just come get her. Now she's aggravated that I didn't come. Some details I might have left out. The park was a 45 minutes drive from me. It's 7 p.m. dark and rainy. I broke my wrist 4 days ago in a motorcycle accident. All reasons why I didn't really want to get out. ITA for not going to pick her up and make sure she got home safe. 8 for refusing to do the morally correct thing. Death brings out the absolute worst in people. My father passed away without a will, bank assets had POD to me, everything else goes through probate. I am an only child. My parents were married before I was born, separated when I was young, and divorced when I was in my 30s. After his death, 2 of his siblings and their family claimed I wasn't his biological child and they were entitled to his estate. They asked me to do the morally correct thing and gift it to them. Probate was contested and ruled in my favor, but they are still upset, claiming they will file civil lawsuits until the truth is revealed. AITA for refusing to give them anything and not entertaining any conversations related to this. My father was involved in my life. There is no doubt in my mind that I am his child. Update. My father passed away in 2023. 2 years of probate court was resolved in my favor. However, family is still harassing me and threatening civil court as recent as 1 week ago. I have them blocked, but they are able to leave messages. I don't listen anymore. I let a trusted friend listen, and I keep them in the event I have to hire another lawyer. In their minds, they still believe my inheritance is theirs and will lawyer shop until they get one to agree.
I found a hidden folder on my phone. It contains photos taken while I was asleep. I live alone. That's important. Last night, I was clearing space on my phone when I noticed a folder I didn't recognize. It wasn't in my gallery, just buried deep in the file system, labeled with a string of numbers instead of a name. Inside were photos. At first, I thought they were screenshots of darkness. Then my eyes adjusted. They were pictures of my bedroom, taken from the corner near the ceiling. I don't own anything that mounts there. The timestamp started 3 weeks ago. 1 photo every night, always between 3:12 and 3:15 a.m. In every image, I'm asleep, same position, same blanket half fallen off my shoulder, except the most recent one. In that photo, my eyes are open. I'm staring directly at the camera. I check the metadata. Same phone model, same serial number. My phone. My stomach dropped when I realized something else. The angle of the photos slowly changes over time. At first, there are distant, wide shots of the room. But each night, the camera is closer, lower. Last night's photo is taken from the foot of my bed. I barely slept after that. Around 3 a.m., I pretended to be unconscious, forcing my breathing into a slow rhythm. My heart was hammering so loudly I was sure someone could hear it. At 3:13 a.m., my phone vibrated on the nightstand. A notification appeared on my screen. Camera activated. I wanted to scream. I wanted to move. I couldn't do either. Then, softly, so close I could feel breath on my face, I heard a whisper, "Don't worry, you finally look back." This morning, the folder is gone, but my front door was unlocked, and my phone says I took a photo at 3:14 a.m. I'm afraid to open it.
ATA for telling my friend she's in the same league as men she calls ugly. My friend, 19F, downloaded dating apps like Tinder and Hinge for the first time about a week ago. For reference, she's the type that always says she wants a boyfriend, wants to do couple things, feels lonely single, etc. She's also, in my opinion at least, very normal An average looks wise. Not ugly, not super hot, just all right. Since then, she's been complaining to me that almost all the men there are ugly, short, etc., and that she doesn't match with anybody hot. I asked to see which people she was calling ugly, and so she showed me her likes, and it mostly showed people perfectly in her league, as in moderately attractive guys. I told her that these guys were all in her league and she should give some of them a chance, since she always complains about wanting to be in a relationship. She denied that she's the same league as them and said that she's much more attractive than them. I pointed out that in her own words, she doesn't match with any of the guys she does find attractive, so she's not in their league. She said, I was an AH. Am I?